My name is XiongSchulmanZhang. I've been owners of Wando's since 1994, and we're currently at Wando's at 602 University Avenue. I think the inspiration for Wando's was just growing up. I hate to say this, but high school and college, I was always the one that kind of threw the parties. I lived on Mifflin. When I moved to UW in '88, I was a walk-on football player. In '88, I transferred in from playing baseball at a different school, and I was never a good student, and being on probation back-to-back semesters. And I'm like, well, I better focus on getting my degree. But I got a bouncing job at a bar that then turned into a nightclub. But when I graduated from UW, I got a job working for a beer distributor in Middleton. So I kind of got the business side and the wholesaler side of, dealing with placements and dealing with different products. But I always knew I wanted to open a bar. I knew this was my passion, and the owner of the building decided to sell the building, whoever bought the bar. So that took me out right away. But then I brought my parents and I said, listen, if I want this bar, you have to buy the building. So we agreed with the owner of the building on a sale price. And my parents, we walked out of that meeting and they said, we don't want the building. So they said, we'll do a verbal agreement for you to buy the building back within 5 years. So 1998, 4 years later, I bought the building. So, and this is a story that not many people know about, because go on social media, Reddit, whatever, I'm like the hated man for taking over a legendary bar. But the owner did not want to renew the lease with the current owners. They gave me an option to take over the lease. I was excited. I was happy. Good price. Both are running pretty smooth right now, and just we need to get all the sports teams on par. Like I always say, like we only do as well as our teams do. So obviously it's been a couple down years for football, but I think we'll get that back here in a few years. So I've always had a reputation of being the football bar, because when I walked away from football after the '88 season, all my buddies who I came in with were still playing football. So this was always the football bar. I had, football players as bouncers and as patrons, and it just became more of an athlete bar. It's a very diverse group of students that come in here. My crew would get all kinds of students that work here from all different states and different backgrounds. So,
what do you think makes Wando so special?
I think it's because, especially on game days, you get so many people that I know that either was on the same team with back in '88, but then it's all the alumni coming back for games. It's, the Brooks Bollinger, Joe Thomases, all these guys that either work for me, that are in the NFL and now are coming back for their off weekends.
What does Wando's mean to you?
I don't know. It means everything. It's how I make a living for my family. I got 4 little kids. The weird thing I always say about this, I would never want them to take it over, because it is a grind. This is not the life for everybody. Hours are tough, and the stuff you deal with is difficult. But to me, it's easy. To be honest, being 56 next month, being in here for 31 years, the dream is to have an exit strategy. But it's my identification with who I am, and it's a great thing to have. I always tell my kids, I'm famous in the 2-block area in downtown Madison, but it's fun.
Okay, well, thank you for talking to us. We really appreciate it.